about money. Governmental decision gets in the way of your mission. Hasta la vista, baby. Money can buy you a seat.
All right.
Sweet.
I had it record because Bill was already on fire before we started this, and I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to introduce you real quick. This is my good friend. Should I go by William? You have William on the Zoom here. I don't want to be too informal.
Oh. No, I'm Bill. You can go by Bill.
Okay, cool. Bill is awesome.
Change that.
For important meetings, maybe it looks better.
Yeah.
So as we opened up, we were just talking, and you mentioned, which I didn't think I would hear, is that you once played a John Cage piece.
Yes. It was a it was a solo for sliding trombone. I wish I actually had the music with me right now so I could just grab it and show you how bonkers this thing looks. But there's like 6 blank pages. There's no clef, no time signature. It's completely open and free form, and you could pretty much choose to play all of it, or a piece of it, or none of it at all, and somehow you're still performing it. I played some of it, at least.
Could you go from sections? Could you move around?
You could start in the middle if you wanted to. You could play it completely in reverse. There was a part where I just turned the music upside down, flipped the page, turned it upside down, and then turned it right side up again, just as a gag.
Yeah.
I guess it's basically something about like how every part of like what you do is kind of your performance. So you're almost trying to put some sort of theatric thing in there. I think I barked into the bell of my trombone too.
All right.
I haven't listened to that recording in a while.
We may have to share that one later. Clip that in here. So my John Cage experience is I once did a gig at the Elbow Room. I know you know that room probably.
Yep.
We hosted an open mic there many years ago, decades ago. Mm-hmm. And I might be saying this. What's the piece where it's 4 minutes and whatever of silence?
Yeah, it's 4:22.
4:22. Okay, so
yeah.
Well, it's not actually that one. There was another one where I think at Carnegie Hall, he ate an apple on stage. I think is what I recall. He got hired to perform, and that's what he did. He came on stage, ate an apple, and left. So I said, hey.
He got away with it too.
Yeah. So I did too. I said we were at the room. I told that story, and I said I just wanted to see what would happen if I did the same thing. So I set it up like that, and then I ate an apple while my friend Adam LeBeau walked around with a tip jar, and we got like $100. And I got to eat an apple. So there's something there.
That's beautiful.
They got a kick out of it, I guess, is what it's it. But that's the only John Cage I think I've tried. So the piece was, again, and this will lead into a question I just added a second ago.
It's called Solo for Sliding Trombone.
So the trombone does slide.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Some of them have a valve too, but it's still just a big old gangly slide thing.
Yeah. and that's some of these questions. They'll be all over the place. Like, the music is the theme, but we can go anywhere.
Word.
But one question I did think of was, I was wondering, because I teach music and there's certain things that are difficult on guitar, but it must be really hard at first to get intonation with the slide. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest challenge because. Especially when you're in a group with other horn players, like you never really know. I know I've always had a good ear, but I've actually noticed like lately I've been just going sharper and sharper on everything, and I don't know if that's just me kind of like losing touch or what, but keeping that intonation in that tonal center is a pain in the butt sometimes. When you're on it, but I guess that's why Ross Huff always talks so much about long tones.
Yeah.
If you ever follow his Facebook,
no, but it would make sense.
Baseball and long tones.
Yep. Well, I started playing Indian music after many years playing bluegrass. You okay?
Yeah.
It's
Dog's
not,
barking.
It's not a wolf.
No.
Okay. And I
I
don't think I've ever.
Dog.
I don't think I've ever seen a traditional Indian band with the trombone, but it does. They do use the same notes, but they use a lot of the slides and bends. It seemed like it'd be a very cool addition. Possibly,
I wouldn't be surprised if it is used in Indian music.
It might be.
I went. What is it? 2 or 3 years ago, I went to Arizona with my brother. And we checked out the Musical Instrument Museum, and I swear they had they had stuff from all over the world. But one of the coolest exhibits was like some of the trombones that were from like different parts of the world, and like the Philippines had one that was made out of reeds, and I thought I saw something from India there. So I'd have to go through like several thousand pictures to figure that one out.
You are probably right, and as people listen, they might think of 1,000 examples. You can put them in the comments.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'll take that loss and just move on with my life.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's fine. Not too. So some of these questions we'll deal with are for just for fun, but also for maybe musicians to listen to, or aspiring musicians, and to get some inspiration, or maybe some discouragement. Is that a word? Discouragement. Sure. I just said it wrong. But leads them to understand some of the realities of this passion if they really want to pursue it. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So it's just reality. But I'm curious, when did you start learning and playing music? Did you start with the trombone?
No. I want to say like 3rd grade around then. I was kind of trying out instruments, and I wanted to try and play the French horn, but I didn't like it. Just something about making noise on that thing, just it felt weird to me. About a year later, just out of the blue, I was looking at instruments one day, like thinking, oh, I'd like to try music, because my sister was taking piano lessons around that time, and I was like, well, that sounds cool. I want to do that. And I think my mom just randomly asked me, well, what about the trombone? I'm like, well, let's try it. And I just started making noise on it. It seemed to kind of click initially, even though I'm in 4th, 5th grade, and half of it's just fart noises.
Yep.
You grip it the wrong way, and that could have been it sounded weird at first, obviously, but I got into lessons right around then, and it kind of just never left me. It was sort of always like one of those things that I was just a little bit better at than I think most people around me, until I got to high school. Then like, I was in for a bit of an awakening. There were several fucking students that were so good. So you got to step up.
Yeah.
But I guess yeah, it just never really walked away or left me in any way. I just kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it snowballed from there, I think.
Right. Yeah. You kind of recognize those things that you enjoy a little more,
mm-hmm.
and you just want to do, and those getting into groups where you're challenged.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to step up until you have to step up.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's a good way to do it. One thing I regret is earlier on, I was afraid to do that because I was afraid of not being good enough to play with people who are way beyond me. But if you just start that right away, start learning from that, it's going to help you, because those people were good because they did it. All right. On that note, we're going to take a short break and listen to this awesome music. Stay tuned for the next part. Dun 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 dun.
This next tune features Evan on vocals. It's called The Mountain.
Everybody wave at me. sits, but he cannot see.